Hey, welcome to Sidechain Production's second tutorial. On this tutorial, we want to learn a little bit about how I process some of my tracks, return chains, and our mixdown track, and why we do a mixdown track. So let's jump straight into it, and let's get it done. We'll hit into the kick first, and you'll notice I've split the drum line now into two sections, where this first one is just my kick. I'll press play on this. A wee bit of work into it, saturator, EQ, drum bus, beefing it up a bit. It still needs a wee bit of work. Our mids and tops here, we've done the same thing, got an enhancer on it, a drum bus, delay, glue compressor, glue some of those sounds together, play that from the top. Right, go to our bass line where it's been split into two as well. We've got a mid bass and a sub bass. Looking good. Glue compressed the whole two of them together. While we do that, it's just to make those sounds sound like it belongs together. And we've got our bass mono on there. Alternatively, you can get a utility onto this track if you're using a not Ableton 12, and you can just throw on mono instead of just bass mono. But essentially, bass mono is turning everything under 120 Hz into mono. We don't want phase issues in our subs. We've got our pad where we've got the chorus, stereo width, reverb, and a compressor, and I've automated the compressor to be running through. I'll go through automation after this. We'll just go through all the sounds. We've got a clap. Claps happening after every section, leading up to the drop. Give a bit of movement, a bit of pushing forward. Here we've got some stabs that come in later on. More of a call and response type thing. A break that comes in at the drop. Our snare roll, which is pretty simple stuff really. And melodic keys, where, yeah, that's some pretty simple stuff as well. I've got a wee bit of automation going on here with all of this stuff, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. Melody, same thing going on. Got a bit of a delay going on with it. Filter. More stabs. That's the call and response going on. Looking good. Got another melody. Comes in. We've got a riser, which is the same thing. Got a bit of automation on it, which we'll go into after. Got a crash that comes after the riser. Breakdown bass that comes in the drop. Got the Diva synth set up here with a nice wee string pad on it, and that's running with raw just to bring up those ends. And we've got an EQ on it to take all the lows. On all these sounds, apart from my kick and bass, I've pretty much sucked the lows out of it because we don't want to be having any phase issues later on. On our random metal plugin by Beat Surfing, we've got a Perk Metallic. I really wanted to make this sound quite metally, so I've put a delay on it, an auto filter. I've also got a spectral resonator there, which is set to G2, which is the same key as my track in the G minor. And we've got a reverb, and I've put a Pro Q4 filter on at the end there as well. Got a group. This here, we've got some, I think it's cymbals, or some shakers going on. This is pretty simple as well. Bit of delay. This is all unprocessed, really. Like, I still have quite a bit of modulation to do. What I'll end up doing, we'll go into that later, but we've also got vocals, which is echo, reverb, and the auto tune, just to really make sure it's in key, even though it is. And then our mixdown track as well. So let's start with the automation. And you'll see here, we're starting at the mids for automation. And I've got the delay coming through. And I'll play it to you from here. You can hear when the automation comes in. Nice. And that automation is setting perfectly, I reckon, with the claps and our snare roll that we've got going on. So I'll play that to you now. Perfect. Sounds great. Right, enough of the modulation on that track. We've got the bass, we've got automation happening here at the start, and that automation is the compressor threshold. So, as you know, this track's sidechained to our kick, which is the sidechain track at the top, and I've automated the threshold to be ducking. Play it to you here. Bit of a click happening there, but it's when the bass comes in and the kick lows come in, so it's all hitting at the same time. You won't really notice that click. It's a great reason of why you should always EQ after you put in a compressor threshold, and that EQ, if you get the right frequency, will take out that click. It's noticeable. Sometimes you get away with it. Our clap, we've got an automation set up on our clap for reverb. See the dry wet signals being affecting. Not by much, but it makes it work. And we're also automating the delay, or the decay, sorry, on our reverb, which just decay draws it out. See, it's short, gets up to 1.2 seconds, drops out. I don't know why that's there, should be like that. Sounds good the way I had it though. And you'll hear the delay going on. Short and sharp, that's all we want. The snare, what we've done with the snare here is you'll see if I open the envelope for the snare, go to envelopes, go down the bottom here, I'll hit mixer, we'll go to track volume. You'll see I've changed the velocity of it through the actual envelope itself, which works great. A lot more control over it that way. Our melody, I'm pretty sure our melody only has a little bit of automation going on with the filter opening up, which is great. Our riser has some automation as well. Got automation with our EQ, and our auto filter legacy is also, see there, it's dropping down, closing it off. Our crash, same thing, we've got automation going on. We'll go back into the crash afterwards. Keep going through and I'll show you why I've done automation in certain places. See, on this track I've done automation as well. That's to really nice little stabs going on. Melodic keys, same thing, automation with our filter, tap, delay, all that stuff. Put on a bit of a delay. Delay is so great for getting a good stereo field. Stabs, there's not much going on with our stabs there. Any automation going on with them? No. And melody, there's no automation going on with this track. It is what it is. Now Diva synth, that's just running some strings and that doesn't have any automation on that one. Random middle, no automation, no automation. So I've still got a lot of automating to do. Still got a lot of volume changes and I've really got to tighten up some of these sounds. Thinking about using the new auto filter with Ableton 12's latest update, and I might drop the sounds on every other hit or something, just to have more movement going on, especially in our highs. And I'm also going to add a snare into my drum line, coming in after the second build. It'll be coming in here and into the break-off section, and that's really going to add some movement to the track and bring the energy up where it needs it. There we've got the vocals, and I've just put a little bit of here on the drop just to get a bit more of a change going on, make it sound a bit more spacey. Now we're done with automation. Told you it's going to be a fast video. I've automated in our Mixdown track. I like to put all the effects that I'm going to be putting over my whole master into my Mixdown track, and I'll put those effects in before my tape machine and before the limiter. And you'll notice when I'm playing this channel, everything it's around the negative 8. That's perfect to send that into my main where I have my mastering chain. So yeah, we've got the tape machine there and a limiter, and we'll go into the main channel. And I've just got a mastering chain here from Audio React. He's a legend, that guy. So what I have here on all my tracks, instead of it being exit out or main, they're all getting sent to my Mixdown channel. Every single track. On groups, these are going just to the group sending it to the Mixdown. Same with every sound you hear. So if I turn the Mixdown off, nothing at all is going to play. I've even got my room reverb sent to the Mixdown as well. It's great. It means that I have a lot more control over my mastering while I'm playing live. So I can actually technically hit record on here. I can start recording. Now it's recording all my sounds together. I get to see that wave line, get to see how high up I reckon it's going. If I take it up, is anything clipping? It's looking pretty good. Another good reason I do that, as I say, it's sent to the Mixdown, and it's great to mix by ear. That means you know you have a lot more control when you're mastering your track. Now, coming back to return channels, I've got a return channel here. I've got 2 return channels, custom ones set up. Got my echo, just compressed. I've got a Pro Q4 filter on it. And then in my crash here, I've automated my filters. Come in, you'll see here, these are where you feed your return channels in. This starts from the top. This is going down, and this one here is on the C reverb, room reverb, sorry. And I'll show you the automation there, as I've got the sound coming in as it's fading out. So I'll play it to you with it on. Now if I turn the reverb, room reverb off, see, it sounds a lot different, doesn't it? Put it on again. It's a great way to run return tracks. Mixdown's a must. Yeah, just thought I'd share all that with you. I hope you enjoyed our second video. Please like, comment, subscribe, do what you have to do. Send me a message if you want me to dive into any of this deeper. Let me know. There's a lot of videos out there describing all of this, and that goes a bit more further in depth than I do. But I'm happy to start from the top and work my way down. Thank you. Take care. See you on the next one.